Hold on.
Bam! What is up with the squad? It's your favorite on TV with tendencies in the building with contacts. Coleman, y'all know what it is. Coach Coleman, what's happening?
Hold on, yo. Hold on, yo. We gonna do this show. Hold on, yo. All right, we back. I just synced at you like 4 hours ago.
Just synced at you. What's the word, Coach? How your day going? How your day getting started?
Man.
We are back, Emily.
We back.
Absolutely. What's the word?
Emily and Ivory. No, I'm just saying that. Just joking.
So silly.
Just had to say something. Give him. We don't get the people what they want.
We did a lot of talking on hoops yesterday.
We talked a
you
lot.
You had some updates. Let's go on and get through the updates.
A lot of hoops. We unrivaled. This is like, I love it. They're on their break. Freeway. Yep. Nay. It's a cool thing. We going on. Okay, here we go. Unrivaled. We got some tats, rat-a-tat-tats, and all the people scattered. We're down in 1v1 break until they jump into the second half. Rewatch Alabama. Yeah. You dang is I told you dang, ding for Auburn. They got some game. Ding is the difference. For points per game, Owls are number one at 81.4 points per game. Laces at 73.3. Vinyl has 77. In the third spot, Rose 69.4. Miss at 67.9 points per game. And Phantom 65. Thus, you don't want to be the bottom two in this ranking because that shows you probably not too successful in the win column. Rebounds, the Rose, I'm not shocked because you have a rebounder called Angel Reese. She'll be back. 35.9 rebounds per game. Rose 33.6. Miss in the second spot. Laces at 33.5. Vinyl 31.7. Owls at the 30.9. And then at the bottom, here's the funny thing. Owls towards the bottom and rebounded, but the top in scoring. So that's how you can counteract that deficiency. Salute Woody Matt. Phantom is at 28.9. Assist leaders as team. This is assists per game per team. Owls 15.9 assists. Phantom 14.4. Vinyl 12.5. Rose 12.3. Laces 11.8 and missed at 11.3. So if you're at the bottom of that means you need to learn how to spread love. Assists. Now we go to steals per game. Give me that. Owls 5.3 at number one spot. Second spot, Vinyl 4.7. Steals, Laces 4.5. Miss 3.9. Rose 3.1. Phantoms are learning how to get what they want with only 2.1 steals per game. Blocks, we've upped it a little bit. The Miss at almost at 3 blocks per game at 2.6. Vinyl at 2.0. Owls at 1.9, almost 2 blocks per game. Phantom at 1.7 blocks. I guess that's almost 2. Rounded up, rounded down. Laces at 12. Rose at 1 block per game. Turnovers. This is a ranking where you want to be towards the bottom. You want to be ranked last. Please, and thank you. But at the top of the list is Phantom with 9 turnovers a game. Missed at 8 turnovers a game. Rose at 8.1. Laces at 7.7. And Vinyl at 7.0. And Owls almost at 6. So the less turnovers, the more efficient you're being with your ball in the passing and an opportunity to score at the basket. Personal fouls per game. I say if you're not fouling, you're not playing, you're not trying, you're not hustling. So Rose 15.4, be aggressive, be aggressive. Owls at 15.1, missed 13.1, Laces 12.7, Vinyl 12.3, and the Phantom are being too nice, 11.3. So here we go. Standings as we go into the break. Owls 8-0, Laces 4-2, Rose 3-4. You have the Vinyl, the Phantom, and the Miss, all with 2 wins. Vinyl 2-4, Phantom 2-5, Miss 2-6. This has been a 1v1 break, unrivaled update brought to you by Boost, Johnny's Boost. Johnny's Boost cell phones. Back to you, Auntie. So there we are with that. I looked at the scores.
I mean, that's a great breakdown of where we at in Unrivaled. They at the 1v1 break. Looking forward today to the semifinals and the finals on Friday. Did you have something else you wanted to go over?
Yeah, we have
Unrivaled, and you had something else.
We have really quickly. You have the scores here. You had Unrivaled 1v1. It's interesting. The game is played to 11, right? 1v1, but we didn't say the score. I want to see the scores to let people know who got that smoke and who had a close game. So kicking off, Alicia Gray had the 11-5 victory over Copper. Ray Burrell had 11-4 over Jewel Lloyd. Shakira lost to Azura Stevens 11-4. Rakia Jackson took the L to Fee Collier 12-5. Cool Court Go took the victory over Ryan Howard 11-9. Skylar Diggins Smith. It was a close game between her and Enrique. Enrique came out victorious 12-8. Dejanay Carrington was only able to score 4 points against Satu Sabali 11. I don't think anything wrong with her back or her shoulder or neck or whatever it was. I think she's all good now. Aaliyah Edwards shockingly to me, I was expecting Alicia Gray to come out on top of this one. Aaliyah Edwards 12, Alicia Gray 6. Burrell only scores 2 points against Azura Stevens in a 12-2 torching. I'm sorry, I got to call it like I see it, as the Ray was on one. Court 4, links on links competition. Fee comes out, beats her teammate 12-4. Satu and Enrique. Satu couldn't Enrique with the Enrique. Enrique walks away with a 4-point victory, 12-8, and we're down to the semis in the bracket. I love how they do it. So the final countdown. There you have it. Some people called it smoke, and some people played it close. I just wanted to put people on notice with the numbers and the scores. That's what we did. What did you think? What was one of your highlight games of 1v1?
Well, I enjoyed all the 1v1 games. I pretty much enjoyed all the 1v1 games. Alicia Gray over Kai Copper. Just looking forward to the finals. Just looking forward to the finals on the semifinals and the finals on the 1v1 and Unrivaled. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. Emily, what's good, fam? Janae, what's happening? Bree Wayne, what's up? We gonna rewatch Oklahoma versus Auburn. Yeah, you think they ain't I'm interested. Got a lot more game than what I expected. Cut the ish, real talk. What's happening? Valerie, what's good? Wody, what's up? What's up? What's up, nephew? What's going on? I don't even know why you wasted your time even typing that. In the meantime, what's the word? What's the what? we just got finished in the Discord watching. I'm gonna shift gears here. We just got in the Discord, got finished in the Discord watching Athletes Unlimited, and I want to talk about Athletes Unlimited a little bit because I hadn't been giving them no run, no shine, no talk. Shout out to Gamecocks fan for popping in the Discord and saying it was on because I got a chance to really kind of watch it live. And in comparison to what we're seeing at Unrivaled with the 3-on-3 and the 1v1, and that's dynamic. I think I got a better understanding of from Gamecocks fam like how Athletes Unlimited should be used. So in Unrivaled with the 1v1 and the 3-on-3, um, we getting a chance to kind of see like an X-ray what they do well, what they don't do so well. Athletes Unlimited because it's the 5v5. I think it gives a better idea of the Gamecocks fan pointed it out what you would get in a WNBA setting. So it's a great place for scouting and trying to fill those holes on your roster. I know you popped in the Discord. What was your what was your feel for that game versus what we've been seeing in Unrivaled and 1v1, 3-on-3 and 1v1, whichever one.
Watching the Athletes Unlimited, of course, because of the format, the teams change weekly. You have new captains, so what I see a little bit more urgency, and then there's individual leaders. Like right now, you got a top 10 because you play for money. So what it kind of does, it puts you, even though you're playing with each other, you're still competing against each other, even though you're playing on the same team. So it's like the double jeopardy there. So I think that's very fun because guess what? Everything you do, you can get points or you can get deducted points on what you do in the game. So everything you do is important, even
Well,
though you're going to be on a different team the following week.
today was my first time ever watching the Athletes Unlimited game. Had you been watching? Were you hip to Athletes Unlimited already?
Yeah, I have watched it. I didn't take it
Okay.
serious, but then once
Okay.
you start bringing it back, and then more of the fam got me into it, mentioned it, I was like, I have grown a fond appreciation for what it's doing for these professional players for their skills. Because you got to
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to your rebound, you got to pay attention to your defense, you got to pay attention to your foul count, right? Because you can get deducted for fouls. You can get points for shooting. You can get points for missing free throws and making free throws. So it just heightens your level of expertise. So I have a much fonder appreciation for this format and what it's doing. It's a development, and those who might have been not on the fence but not being paid much attention, if they really apply themselves to this format, they're gonna come back with some skills in their bag. They're gonna come back with a bigger bag. They really are. They can.
I don't know how the development is going. I don't know how the facilities are. I don't know how the people are staying. I don't know any of this stuff off the court. It looks like they like Nashville and Nashville likes them. It looks like
Right.
that's working really, really well. Um, I like the idea of this, the Book of Unlimited. They shared this Book of Unlimited, which is like this handcrafted. Oh man, the book is beautifully put together, right? And it's just like the history of Unlimited, and you know the players' names are hand written in the book at the end of the games and at the end, I think at the end of the season, if
Season,
I
okay.
understood it correctly. But it's another AAU game tonight at 8 p.m. and I'm inviting y'all to come hang out and check this out. Um, Maddie Seegers, I didn't recognize the Maddie Seegers that was playing today. Kia Nurse, Kia Nurse, 25 points. I didn't recognize this Kia Nurse. I mean, you know, like I didn't recognize this Kia Nurse. Somebody else. Uh,
I think
Kia
what you
Nurse.
see is real quick. Honestly, what you see is
Yeah.
sometimes what you in the WNBA, what the team that you're with, what they're asking you to do versus what you're always more that you're capable of. And so then when you get into a league like this, you can get into what the other things you do. So I think you got to remember when you're with a franchise in one
Mm-hmm.
league, they're asking you or that coach is asking you just to do this a lot of times versus expanding your bag. And so I was just bringing that up. I find that interesting. So
Well, I mean, a Gamecocks fan pointed out like this is where you come see the skill sets. Like I said, Sid Colson also is playing. Sid Colson, I think, when I turned it on, Sid had like 7 assists or something like that. Like it had me like, oh man, why
So
the hell did we
so
let this Sid Colson go? We
so it
couldn't
makes
use
you
this Sid
wonder.
Colson in Las Vegas. So
Col-
yeah, and then so we also have Cheryl Swoops, and I think it's a commentator from Phoenix. I don't remember. Y'all correct me in the chat because I don't actually remember that actually called the game, right? I think what I realized, a couple of things. It's not that Cheryl Swoops is a bad commentator. I'm offended that she's a commentator. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? So, and this is what I'm saying, and this is the reason. Like, I'm having this conversation with myself as I'm listening to her. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm like,
Did you
she's
put
a
in for
goat,
the job, Auntie, and they didn't call
but
you
I'm
back?
like, nah. But I'm saying,
Okay.
here's my thing. She's the goat, right? And so when I look at that, I'm like, man, Michael Jordan wouldn't be commentating no game. It's hard to even get him to come out to an NBA event, right? But he is
Right.
still the GOAT. When he comes, they know it's an important thing. I look at her like the GOAT like that, right? So I'm offended, right? I'm like, doing no damn commentating. She's the GOAT, bro. For what? It ain't nothing else she could do. She should be the ambassador of this league, doing something different, right? So I'm offended that way. And then I'm like, yeah, but Magic did commentary, right? So then I'm like,
Right, right,
he kind
right.
of was a GOAT at one time. So I guess it's okay. What I do like about what Cheryl brings to the commentary is just the eye, the basketball eye that she puts on it, the call out. But Athletes Unlimited, them two calling what I heard today, the respect that they gave to Dawn, the respect that they gave to the Gamecocks, the respect that they gave to what Dawn has done for women's basketball, um, finding a way to just call out her classiness. Um, that's the type of commentary I want around. I want them calling out the greats. I want them giving respect where respect is due. So like Athletes Unlimited is doing. I said all of that to say that there are a lot of things right with Athletes Unlimited, and there are a lot of things that I'm still understanding. Right. So a little history for y'all that don't understand. So it's one roster, one city, one champion. 40 athletes are in Nashville, Tennessee for 4 weeks. Playoff kind of type basketball. Okay, teams change weekly. Um, they're redrafted each week, which means you get to see the best players kind of battling against each other and for each other. Even though there's one winner, not a team that wins. There's one person that wins Athletes Unlimited. So they earn points in 3 ways. When their team wins a game or a quarter, there's points for that. When they make a positive play on the court, there's some points for that. But if they make a negative play or error, they lose points. So you can go up or down. And when they are voted one of the top 3 MVPs of a game by players and fans. But you don't have to worry about doing the math. They got a little leaderboard that tells you all of that. So it's four captains every week. They draft their new teams. And they have ultimate authority over the team. So the lineup, in-game decisions, practice plans, and then they have a coach that helps collaborate, which I think they call the facilitators. First week, they randomly select captains. 2 and 3, captains are determined by the top 4 point earners on the weekly leaderboard. Um, in Champions Week, the captains will be the top 4 point earners from the season leaderboard. So it sounds really complicated, but it's really not. Uh, but at the end of the 4 weeks, the athlete that sits atop the leaderboard is the champion. That's the champion. Uh, you get 90 points for being a MVP 1, 60 points for MVP 2, 30 points for MVP 3. Look like you get 10 points for assist, steal, block. You draw a foul, 4 points shooting foul, 4 points personal foul, 4 points offensive foul. You draw offensive foul, you get 8 points, 5 points for a defensive rebound, 10 points for offensive rebound, made free throw, 10 points, made 2 free throws, 2, made 3, 30. I'm sorry, made 2, get 20 points. But then you lose points. So if you commit a foul, you lose 8 points. If you commit an offensive foul, you lose 16 points. Any other time, all other fouls is like 8 points, but you lose 10 points for turnovers and missed free throws. So it's not enough to just show up and play. Like you have to be effective. Um, if the game is tied at the end of the 4 quarters, they play a 5 minute overtime. And then if the game is still tied after that, they play to 7 points, and the first team to score 7 is the winner. So that's kind of how that breaks down. Have y'all been watching Athletes Unlimited at all? Let me know. Let me know. And then the leaderboard right now. So this week's captains were Crystal Bradford, Maddie Segrist, Kia Nurse, and Ty Harris. So today we just watched Maddie versus Kia, right? Was that was the Segrist versus
Team
Nurse game?
Seegers and Team Nurse. Correct.
And then we got Team Harris versus Team Bradford tonight at 8 on ESPN Plus. And if you don't have ESPN Plus, come watch in the mansion with us. I was impressed with Odyssey Sims in this game.
So as of today, she's number one on the leaderboard.
Yeah, she just moved into the number one on the leaderboard. I mean, she had 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, and she had came in the game telling them she was going to drop a 30. She was going to get a trip dub. I think she came in and said she was going to get a trip dub. So, I'm intrigued.
So for Team Segrist was able to earn 360 points, and Nurse walked away with 60 points.
Kia Nurse only ended up with 60 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, you can also win the quarter, right? That's just
right.
You can win 60 points per quarter. If you win the quarter, you get 60 points. So that's just points from how many quarters, if I'm not mistaken.
And then they also give you kind of like on the leaderboard where they break it down, they kind of give you total points and then how many points they need to get to the next rank. So I don't know.
So Odyssey Sims is number one. Who's two behind her is Isabel Harrison.
Izzy Harris was out there hooping today too.
Yeah. So you got Izzy
but none
Harrison.
Of these players look like the same players that I saw in the dub.
Right. So then number 3 is Maddie Segrist.
Okay.
Right. And now guess and today's game helped her obviously into that 3 spot. So.
And I mean, I guess that all could
change tonight.
Change by tonight, depending on what people come out, how they come out and play tonight. It was interesting too because they did today's game was early because they did like the field trip game, like the W does. So they definitely tried to involve, have the kids out. Looked like a smaller venue. I'm not really sure where they were playing. It wasn't like they were in like a super arena or anything like that. What's up, Key? Okay, Rewind, you're not impressed by Harrison at all. Are you? Okay, now are you a Harrison fan in the W, or you just
not this?
And then I mean, there's some players that you look at and you go, okay, no matter where I see you, it's always the same, Kirsten Bell. No matter what league I see you in, it always looks the same. And
you say Kirsten Bell. I don't know if Kirsten ever got into basketball shape.
She's been here 3 years. So do you think? Okay. Now let me say this. Last year she started the season with a boot. Okay, she's in the AU. So do you expect that she's going to show up in better shape and be better for the Aces this season based on AU?
I mean, you would a person show you who they are, believe them. I just feel like if you commit to that game conditioning, that helps your skill set shine more and bring out what you already have there because you can do it with endurance and stamina. So I just when I seen her outside looking in, I thought she showed some glimpses, a few seasons ago, and then I don't know what happened to Kirsten.
Man, you said I thought you was gonna say early in the game. You said she showed some glimpses of a few seasons ago.
Yeah, like 2 seasons. Right. I'm talking WNBA style. Like AU maybe her, if she was an AU, maybe Kirsten thing. But behind
She's
Maddie
giving
Seagrass,
very Pillsbury-ish.
you found it. This nephew came up with that.
That's nephew. That's actually nephew. That's actually
Yep,
nephew doing that.
that's him doing it.
Yeah, it's giving very Pillsbury-ish.
One more
It's
time.
giving
One more
very
time for the people in the
Pillsbury-ish.
back row. One more time.
Uh,
Oh man, that'll
very
make you hungry like
Pillsbury-ish.
a well.
Let me see. She can't even stand out in AU
If
league.
that'll make you want a can of biscuits,
Oh man, or some
you know
crescent
that
rolls.
sound. Pop! It did a pop when
Oh
it
yeah,
opened.
or some crescent rolls. Either one.
Preston Rose, yeah. So here you go. Behind
That's
Maddie
that's
Seagrass,
that's.
number 4 spot, Maya
Rewind.
Caldwell. I didn't see
Where
that
were
coming.
you at? Where were you at? Pillsbury-ish. That's
Oh man, that's
HDI
classic.
TV
I was
doing that.
listening to that. That was a great show.
Yeah, that's HDI TV doing that. Pillsbury-ish. Very
Yeah.
Pillsbury-ish. I don't know. So I guess some of you, we're gonna find out that some of our favorite players or some of the players that you thought you liked are really gonna be like on the AEBL circuit, and that's okay. That's okay. The dub ain't for everybody, right? Unrivaled is not gonna be for everybody.
Right. But I
I
think
don't
isn't
know how
that the
they paying
thing?
in the AU, but you can still make some money as a pro basketball player and try to you know carve out a path to
Yeah.
professional basketball. But
Right.
some of these
Uh,
players are going to be on the AEBL circuit, and it's going to be some of the players that used to be in the dub
yeah. And run your own business. You know what I mean?
business. I thought it was really cool. They had Tisha Pinachero come in and talk. And I'm glad to know that Tisha's still around the game. Um, I think she's Alyssa Peely's agent, if I
Okay.
understood
Okay.
correctly the way from how she was talking. Um, and she was saying that she knew that she didn't want to coach, but she wanted to be around the game still some in some way, shape, or fashion. And so her pathway to staying around the game was being an agent. And I think it's really cool, and I want to see more of that showcased. I had no idea Tisha Pinachero was out there being an agent,
Yeah. Doing the
but I
thing.
think but I think it would be dope for players to like utilize her services as an agent. You know what I mean? Now that I know she's Alyssa Peely's agent, I'm really gonna be into. I'm really invested now to see how Peely moves.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Just like
Peely
that.
still didn't get a lot of run even at Athletes Unlimited, so I'm just not really clear if people just don't understand who Alyssa Peely is or what exactly is going on. I feel like there's so much more to Peely's game that we haven't seen.
I
But
don't
I did
know. I mean, she
to.
hasn't made the
Oh, go ahead.
connection yet. It's relationships too. You gotta learn how to rub shoulders and go to some lunches and some dinners. People know who you are. It's stuff outside of that,
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Sports world, you college and pro level, it is you got to spend time with people for them to trust you. So it's just that's the intangible part. Has nothing to do with you coming to practice. You just got to build rapport with people. Got to build rapport. Just like coaches try to build rapport with the players and the officials and their you know and your bosses. Players got to build rapport with players. I don't know I don't know.
Yeah, no, Pinachero, Tisha Pinachero, I think is Peely's agent. Pinachero, the one I was talking to on the break. So I'm gonna throw out the names because it's some names and some names that I think I've heard before, but I don't really remember. But I'm gonna throw out some of these names and then y'all tell me what y'all think about them. So Lexi Brown, Taj Cole, Maddie Segrist, Bria Hartley, Elizabeth Williams, Sydney Colson, Shay Petty, Odyssey Sims, Avina Westbrook, Kenesha Bell, Megan Simmons, Kiera Leslie, Charisma Osborne. I have no idea what her name is. Jamise Davis. I have
Davis.
no idea. I know I'm saying her name wrong. G''MRICE. I don't know her name. Jamiris? I don't know. Davis. Desiree Young, Asia Taylor, Alicia Clark, Mackenzie Forbes, Jordan Horston, who I think went down with an ACL tear. Is that right? Now let me know. Victoria Saxton, Aisha Sutherland, Jalen Sherrard, Dory Harrison, Taylor Mikesell, Ty Harris, Angel Jackson, Izzy Harrison, Kia Nurse, Daisha Fair, Lydia Rivers, Kristen Williams, Sequoia Holmes, Teresa Plaisance. I know I'm saying that wrong. Elisa Pilley, Jude Schimmel,
Schimmel.
Maya
That's
Caldwell,
Schimmel.
Jude Schimmel, Maya Caldwell, Soraya McGuire. I'm probably saying her name wrong too. Rebecca Harris, Crystal Bradford, Kirsten Bell are the players in this league here.
I think that is a great representation of uh, good fundamental, good skill set professional players that been in it, still active on the WNBA roster or once was. So I think that's a great what they call ensemble of skills for me. Just all those names you mentioned. I mean, it may not be superstars, but they're good representation of basketball. You're gonna see some good basketball, definitely.
So, and I guess my point in listing those names is for those people that are who are in this league that are not in the dub. Do y'all hear names that should be in the W or the team should be looking at teams like Las Vegas, Chicago, who still has holes to fill? I think uh, Seattle is still trying to figure out some stuff.
I thought Becky
So
was at an AU game when she just went to rival.
well, Becky went to an AU game, but I don't know if Becky was there, like scouting and recruiting, or if Becky was there to say goodbye to Sid Colson, like because that was the what I saw of Becky at AU was just the interaction with Sid, But I saw Becky at the Gamecocks game. She's been to Unrivaled. She's been to AU, so Becky's making her rounds. She was trying to re-sign Alicia Clark. Alicia Clark, she said no. Okay, but any of these other names that I mentioned that are not
So
necessarily in the league right now.
I think from those names, Charisma Osborne, um,
Mhm.
Stu Bafford, I mean Kanisha Bell. I mean there's different names for sure that will be very I think significant contributors and consistent if they were given an opportunity with the right fit of a franchise. Definitely. I'm confused why you feel like you always got to go overseas when you have a pool of resources in AU as well. So riddle us that WNBA or franchises. I know owners and coaches make those decisions, but should we be employing our own in the States?
Yeah. I don't know what they're paying in AU this year, but I think they said in 2022 the average salary for the 5 weeks was like $20,000.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying there's some players there that could be significant contributors that have good, solid basketball IQs, and I have confidence in most of those players that were listed. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't take a superstar to help you win a game. It takes you a person to be a shining star in the skill that they do well
Mm-hmm.
for your team.
I
There's
know. I mean, you think about and then the winner of the inaugural season, I think takes home. They said in 2022, and I know that's a few years ago, took home about 50,000 compared to you know uh the minimum salary for players in Australia in 2020 2021 was about 45,000, and the average salary was more like 106,000. So
for the
I don't,
season.
yeah, I don't know how much longer that the Australian season is from the AU season, but 106,000 versus 20,000 might have you on the plane.
Oh yeah, no, you might have to go. I'm leaving on the next plane. Don't know when I'll
You
be
know what I
back
mean?
again. Australia.
You know what I mean? You know, what can I say?
Great
Um,
outback.
okay. Political Lil in the building. Political, I'm gonna be sending you an email today. Saxon for sure.
Yeah, Saxon, definitely. Victoria, she's solid. She is solid
A
4 or 5.
Washington Post article just dropped about that big that got dunked on. Another victim.
Wow, thank you for the update, spoiler alert.
Wow. Yeah, that's wild. Uh, mm. I wonder is
Quiet
that
storm.
new, something recent, or somebody that's just coming forward from the past. Um,
Well, I imagine if they're getting ready to leave and go into professional sports, it sounds like from the past, but spoil bright, can you clarify? But usually when you're leaving something, all this, all your closet gets cleaned out. It seems like article already in Discord. Thank you,
yeah.
Breeway. So, on that top 10 in the leaderboard for AU, one was Sims, two Isabel Harris, three Maddie Segrist, four Maya Cotwell, five Lydia Rivers, six Sequoia Holmes, seven Charisma Osborne. I like Charisma's game as well. Eight Taj Cole, and you know what it may be? Just may not got it. We call it a dog. I call it it. They just may not got that go. Kanisha, I said Kanisha. Kanisha Bell is at 9, and Kia Nurse at 10. But we know Kia Nurse is on the WNBA roster. So, is it just because of UConn connection, or is it because she's a valuable skill set? I mean,
I don't know. It's a good question. That's a good question.
or is
And I
it
do
the
point
is it
this
the
out.
UConn Canada connection, or she valuable skill set? Because I feel that at times Nurse has always been um, a little bit of a liability on defense, but in college you can hide that a little bit better than you can in the pros. So,
Hmm.
and then you can hide it in pros if you kind of play stretch the floor out kind of offense, where you kind of up and down. If you can get into that. So there's some strategic ways if you value the player, you can kind of hide that. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, you say Sinai Rivers will be more AAU, more than WNBA for
Sanaya
pro.
Rivers.
Maybe she'll fix it before then. Maybe she'll fix it before then. I don't want to skip over what I Smile just was talking about. Yes, the Department of Education did rescind Biden's guidance on the Title IX NIL distribution. So so I think schools are I guess maybe taking a deeper. I don't know. I don't know how people should react to this.
Well, it's. I think it's early. You still have some things you can work through. It's going to be a lot of hearings and briefings on that. And the one is to really block these young adults from wealth. And I think that's a whole different baskinomics and politics of basketball. So that's a whole different show. But I mean, I feel people do your research and walk through it and be educated before we come to a conclusion. But you kind of see where they're trying to go.
Okay, yeah, Coach. What else you got?
Let's look at, last time a few weeks ago, we were talking about what WNBA rosters look like as of off season right now. Last time we were together talking about rosters, we covered we covered the Dream, the Sky, Mercury, and Aces. So we'll talk about quickly what the roster looks like as of right now during the offseason. That would be Connecticut Sun, Natasha Cloud, uh, Natasha Cloud for Connecticut. She's on the Connecticut Sun, average 11.5. Diamond Shields is on the Connecticut Sun now, average about 4.5 points last season. Mabry or averaged about 14 and a half points last season. She's a 2 and a 3 spot. JC Sheldon, 5 point. Sheldon, 5.4 points. Hollinshed Hollis shit. I believe she played for Tennessee. Correct me if I'm wrong. She can play 3 through 5. Olivia Odada, 3.4 points per game last year. Lindsay Allen at Connecticut Sun averaged 6.6 points last season. Robin Parks is a third. She played that 3 and 4 spot effectively. They have Tina Charles, that 4 to 5 spot. She averaged almost 15 points per games. The rebounds. Caitlin Bickle, 4 from 5 spot. Yvonne Anderson, 1 and 2 spot. No stats. How many hoops, Auntie?
Oh yeah, okay. Um, did you have anything else you wanted to go over?
That was the Sun. We was just breaking down with the Sun roster. We got another one. How many hoops for the Sun? I would leave them at a 3, 3 and not. It didn't go up or they didn't go down. Okay. Thanks, Political Live. I like that.
Oh, Marcus, thanks for the update. Yeah, Coach, if you didn't have anything else, go ahead and wrap us up.
All right. So, do you want to cover one more team? And then we'll wrap
Yeah,
it
go
up.
ahead. Let's rock.
Liberty, because there's not much to it. And then we'll have a few teams left once we see each other again. So, Liberty, Jalen Sherrod played 1 and 2 spot. Raquel Correa, Marquise Davis. Oh no, my wig went low. That one, Marquisha Davis. Oh no, where my wig go, Marquisha? Is now played 1 and 2 spot. They were rookies last season. Didn't see much action. Rebecca Gardner stats. Nayara Sabali 4.9. Satu sister. Emery Martinez. She's a 4 and 5 spot. That forward center. Leona Feinrich is still there right now. She can play between the 3 to 5, average about 6.7. Sabrina, that's cool. I really see her as a 2 and a 3, not much at the guard. She averaged 18.2. Kennedy Burke, 3.4. She can play the 2 through the 4. Stewie, 1 through the 4. Stewie can play the 1 through the 4. Average about 20.4 games. Jaquel Jones, 3 through the 5. 4.2. Some rebound is an emphasis as well. Uh, Hamilton, Lady Hamilton, Bet Benaja, Lady Hamilton, 1 through the 3 spot for her, 11.8. I would give them they won a championship, but right now, based on the moves, I would give them 4 hoops, scoops and hoops for where they're at, just based off of their defending champions. That we have. It has been a wonderful Wednesday. Without you, there's no us. We thank you for showing up and showing out. If you're experiencing winter weather like I'm here in Richmond, Virginia, please be safe. Don't go out unless you have to. I mean, winter weather storm, the storms are off and on here, which makes ice, baby. So we tell you, let's change this world one random act at a time. Be the change you want to see because you have the power to change. If you put your mind to it, get in your bag and expand your bag because you are the best. Be great in your be great in your preparation. Become excellent in your performance because we have a champion mentality.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out. We be on the lookout for the notifications. I'm back later on today. Like I said, for the AU, probably got some other stuff I'm cooking up. Be on the lookout. Until then, y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Talk soon.